Where did he go?
It doesn't fit.
Open sesame.
Someone's been searching here. Either they didn't have time to clean up, or simply did not care. If Father hid the key for me to find, then this means nobody has been able to enter this room since his death. Myths and Legends of the Highlands. From the library, I'd wager. Everything but the seal. What a mess. Letters about the day-to-day running of the estate. These might be useful if I decide to live here. The handwriting must be Edward's. Pay half what he asks. Forward to lawyers. Charming. And this one. Your money won't protect you forever. The hangman will catch up eventually. A curse on you and your family. Seems he was as popular as he was pleasant.
I beg you to reconsider, Sir Edward. My family has lived on this land for many generations, and to be told we must leave our own home is too much to bear. Alice, my wife, whom you have met, is beside herself with grief. We have nowhere else to go. I beg you to look inside your heart and allow us to remain.
Have them out by the end of the month.
The signs are there. Deny them at your peril. The ancient evil that inhabits this land has seeped into the very stone of the castle walls, and if you do not tread carefully, it will infect your family.
Contact the constable. Have this witch locked up so she does not bother us again.
Just bits and bobs. Father wouldn't have hidden his papers somewhere as obvious as a desk drawer. Whoever did this would have searched the room after they looked in the desk. Maybe they didn't find what they were looking for. Oh, some sort of secret compartment.
A local girl goes missing. Concerns have been raised at the disappearance of Cora McKay, a 17-year-old local girl. According to the police, she was last seen leaving her place of work, the Three Kegs Inn, 2 days ago. She's the third person to disappear in recent months, but the circumstances of each have been markedly different. Cora is described as being 4'10", with grey eyes and long dark hair. Anyone with information is urged to contact the constabulary.
Why all the fuss? She is nothing but a peasant, a tavern girl. If you can't keep your blabbermouth shut, don't be surprised if others make sure you get what's coming to you.
This sounds as if Grandfather Edward was willing to take drastic measures to enforce his will. This looks interesting. Screwed down tight. Someone didn't want it moved. This castle certainly has its secrets. It looks very precise, accurate. A lot of work went into this. There's a bit missing. Hold on. There.
Stop your whining! Stop your whining!
Wait! The boy! Did you see him? Where did he go?
What did I tell you about disturbing me in my study?
Are you all right, sir? What happened, David?
The boy. There was blood and he pushed him down.
Who? Who do you think you saw?
Him.
What did you just say, sir?
It's all right.
You're like your father. You can see them too, can't you?
I've been babbling in my sleep since I was a child. It's nothing to worry about. Poor girl is scared out of her wits.
Of course, sir. Sorry, sir.
My father. What did he think he saw?
It ain't my place to say, sir. But
Go on.
Begging your pardon, sir. You should go. This place, it drove your father mad.
Drove him? Did he say what or whom he saw?
I'm sure I don't know, sir.
Best not push her too hard. She's scared enough of me already. Sorry, I didn't get your name.
It's Ailsa, sir. Ailsa Crannan. Oh, and Master Andrew asks if you would join him in the library. After breakfast, of course.
Thank you, Miss Crannan. Get a hold of yourself, David.
Were these apparitions what drove my father from the castle when he was young? Were they what drew him back? He must have found something in the family chronicles he spoke of. Nobody else saw the boy or the old man who looked like my grandfather Edward. But it felt real, more even than the daydreams that plagued my childhood. I don't remember ever seeing that boy. A faded memory, perhaps? As far as I know, I've never been to this castle before. Elsa knows more than she wants to tell me.
Aye, and once you're done in the kitchen, go and clean up the cellar. The spiders have made a nest down there. A big one, too. They're crawling everywhere. Master David, nice of you to grace us with your presence.
I appreciate your patience.
I've had the staff prepare some of the finest Scottish delicacies for you. Black pudding, haggis, scrambled eggs with deer brain, and bacon. I shot the deer myself, in the local woods.
Mother was never a fan of dishes made from entrails. In this case, she'd be missing out.
That was delicious. Thank you.
I'm sure our local specialities must seem peculiar to one raised as you were.
I was raised in India. My spectrum of peculiar has quite a range.
Yes, Master David?
You've worked for the family all your life.
Yes, Master David. Save my time serving in Swaziland.
You served in South Africa?
Oh, indeed, sir. During the Boer War. But Sir Edward intervened and I was able to return unharmed from that most futile conflict.
May I ask, the maid, she seems nervous, almost afraid of me.
She's afraid of everything.
You don't think much of her?
I do not, sir. And, if I may be so bold, one of Lady Gordon's earrings has gone missing.
You suspect the maid?
Not my place to say, Master David.
Yet I think you just did say. If I gave him the earring, he'd use it as an excuse to torment the maid. Not that I'd ever gain his trust. He's clearly loyal to Lady Margaret.
How many staff are there?
Nowadays, only myself, the maid, and Rory the gardener. I suppose you could include the lawyer, too, if that is work.
Not many for such a big house.
If you felt like hiring more staff, I would not complain, sir. But of course, not everyone is suited to work in this house.
Well, good day to you.
Indeed, sir.
Elsa knows more about my father than she dares tell me. I'd better earn her trust now. She might return to the village once the weather clears. This'll make it easier to carry. The boy. It must be. But I need to be sure. Perhaps the names are on the back. My family. Yet they're all still strangers to me. Lady Margaret. She looks happy. I can't imagine her smiling like that these days. Grandfather Edward. Just as he looked last night. The boy. How did he provoke Edward into throwing him down the stairs? What's this? Looks like it's drawn in blood? Regardless of what I told Miss Crannan, these visions are like nothing I've ever experienced before, and they're getting worse. A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this. A sign of modernity, even in ancient houses like this.
David, apologies for not being here to greet you. As the telephone in the castle is not working due to the recent storm, I have had to journey to the village to communicate with my office. Upon my return, I shall show you to the chapel where you can pay your respects to your father. Yours, Andrew Harrison.
Or maybe I'll just head to the chapel myself, just as soon as the weather clears. Smoking a pipe? I thought that would be beneath her station. Lady Margaret.
David?
May I first apologize for my strange behavior last night? It's just that...
Think nothing of it. You are obviously tired from your travels. Least said, soonest mended.
I saw an old photograph of a boy in the other room.
Something tells me she wouldn't be happy if she knew I had it in my pocket.
Ah, that was taken in 1894. Young Johnny, your father.
You can remember the exact year?
It's a funny thing when you reach my age. You can remember dates from decades ago.
But not what you had for breakfast.
Maybe others can't.
Who, may I ask, were the others in the picture?
That would be your Aunt Clara and your late great-grandmother, the last true Countess of Sgathan Dubh House. And my dear Edward, of course.
I noticed my father had a scar on his face. How did that happen?
Falling from a tree, perhaps? I can't recall. But your father was a clumsy child.
Can't recall. But you remember the date the photograph was taken?
What kind of man was my grandfather?
Oh, he was magnificent. He was handsome, so handsome, and caring.
Caring enough to knock a defenseless child down the stairs.
All was so very different when he was around.
The maid. She seemed to be acting strangely, like she was frightened of me.
Yes, well, she's a simple sort, that one. She has probably heard of the curse of the Gordons the locals like to whisper about.
Curse? What curse?
Just a peasant superstition. I would guess she was worried you'd show the same displays of unpredictable violence as your father did.
I never knew my father to be the violent type.
Oh, there are many things you do not know about your father. This is his doing.
What? But how?
I'd rather not discuss it, David. And that maid should really keep her mouth shut and locate the earring she lost. She's like a magpie with shiny, expensive things.
I could give it to her, and she'd still never tell me anything useful about my father or the secrets of this place. But the maid? I could use this to earn her trust.
This may seem like an unusual question.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't, dear boy.
Have I ever been here before? Is it possible I visited as a child and can no longer remember?
Oh no, you are a stranger to these walls.
And I have a feeling you prefer it stayed that way.
I shall take my leave, Lady Margaret.
Yes. Oh, and David, the master of the house needs to respect the privacy of those under his roof. Even your father understood that. Sometimes a cabinet is locked for a reason.
I was looking for some documents and Andrew had already gone to bed.
I would still appreciate you respecting the rules of this house. You're not its owner quite yet.
Miss Crannan? Isn't that used for transporting cooked food? Why is there blood in it?
Ugh, the wee scunner thought it would be funny to put one of his dead beasties in it to fear me. He should keep them in the cellar and... Sorry, sir. I'm speaking out of turn.
Did you ever talk to my father?
I was serving here when he... That is to say, I
Go on, please.
didn't think it'd be proper, sir. Lady Margaret said... Sorry, sir. I must get on with my work.
She's as scared of Margaret as she is of the butler. Poor girl.
You said my father saw things.
I don't want to talk about it, sir.
I noticed the attic door is locked.
You'd best ask Angus, sir. I hardly go up there.
The mere mention of the attic terrified her. What is in there?
I think you may have lost this.
Oh, sir! Oh, thank you, sir. I only wanted to see how it looked in the mirror. I didn't mean to. I was scared to tell her ladyship. Oh, she can have such a temper.
What are you going to do now?
If I can sneak it into the salon, maybe her ladyship will think she lost it there herself.
From what I know about her, I very much doubt her ladyship will.
What happened to my father here?
I'm sorry, sir. You're not like the rest of them here. Oh, sir, there's things you should know, but I really need this job.
She knows something, but how can I convince her to trust me?
Would you like me to escort you to the cellar?
Wouldn't be proper to ask the owner of the house to do that, sir.
Well, I'm not the owner yet, and you didn't ask.
Very kind of you, sir.
Happy to help. I'll let you know when I'm ready to accompany you down there. I shall leave you to your work. Shall we?
Let's see what we can find down here. Raw spirit. Not particularly palatable, but good for cleaning. And magic tricks. The water of life. Some of these whiskies are from local distilleries.
Looks fresh.
Master Eddie's work. He and Mr. McKinnon put it here earlier. Poor beastie.
Eddie. Another family member I've yet to meet. Ooh, a lot of blood for just one animal. How cruel of Mr. McKinnon to send her down here alone.
Step right up.
Sir? What are you... Oh my! Oh, that's amazing! Does that not hurt?
No, a little trick I learned in India.
Sorry, did that scare you, Elsa? I didn't think... Huh.
And you are?
Edward Mallory. You may call me Edward III.
So this is Cousin Eddie. He seems...
Welcome to my castle.
as terrible as the rest of them. My castle indeed.
Pleased to meet you, Eddie. So, your parents would be my aunt and uncle Clara and Victor. Are they...
Dead. Dead as doornails, the pair of them.
Lovely. You've lived here all your life, so you would have met my father.
Only after he lost what marbles he had left. If it were up to me, I'd have locked him up in the loony bin a bit sooner.
Locked him up?
So what are you doing down here anyway?
There's a line between honesty and rudeness that Cousin Eddie doesn't seem to recognize.
I was helping Miss Crannan.
Oh, why didn't you ask me?
Excuse me, sir. Sirs, I really have to go.
Leaving so soon? Was it something I said? They all tend to act like that in the presence of nobility.
You said something about a loony bin?
I did. Oh, you don't know.
Well?
Well, never you mind. I have an animal to prepare.
I'm getting very tired of everyone in this house avoiding my questions.